It's been there ever since I've been.
I'll have to
since
say
my
those
local
folks are
man.
big supporters of us.
Okay.
We can help them or fuel during the hurricane.
Yeah.
They let us slide in with
And I'm,
emergency
I
vehicles.
can't remember who owns
Fair
it now. Do you
statement.
know
I
who owns
don't
it?
know. Did anybody go to or hear anybody that went to the Girl Scout meeting today?
I didn't, I was aware
couldn't
of it
make it.
and talked to Mr.
Every-
Cecil about
Yeah,
going,
I
but
told him I'd be there, but then that HOA meeting.
What was it?
The Girl Scout zoning, rezoning
Oh.
deal came up. What was it a hearing or?
yes, sir, and I have the hearing packet.
Yeah, I saw the hearing packet, but they were talking about a list of essentially commercial applications that you could damn near go in there and build anything on that piece
So
of
this was
property.
the hearing,
Hearing examiner.
okay, so they didn't approve today or?
Don't,
We don't know.
They had a discussion, I
Okay.
don't know what happened, I didn't know if anybody went.
Okay. I don't know. And then the other thing, and if anyone has issues with this, that is perfectly fine, we don't have to do it, but, there's a lot of, conversation going around about the new high school, the naming convention, a lot of different points of view. I think everything that I've heard, not only the majority, but I'd say the majority is pretty significant, based on what I've seen, that Gateway High School seems to be the logical choice of naming convention. If everyone on the board agrees that that's a reasonable recommendation, I would like for us to send something to the school board, just saying that's what our preference would be. If there's anyone that doesn't agree with that, that's fine, I don't wanna, force the board to do anything that we're not unanimously behind, but if no one has a problem with it, I think it would carry maybe some weight, and to me, it makes just perfect logical sense, that it be called Gateway High School, and I've got the policy, the naming policy, I've gone through it, and I think there's a few people saying, citing the policy that prohibits you from calling a school if there's another school, within that jurisdiction, but we've got Gateway Elementary, we've got a Gateway Charter. I see no issue, in that, and looking at the policy, it doesn't prohibit, I think it's more of a recommendation, but, so if anyone agrees, or if everyone agrees that's something that we could do, I'd like for us to send something over to them.
I don't have a problem with
I
it.
don't have a problem with
Would that come from, should that come from Chris, or does it come from?
I'll make I'll second it, you make a motion that, they're taking names up to November 1st or something like that we should put one in from the CDD that our recommendation is it be, Gateway High School.
Yeah, so I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
that.
And then again, who writes that up? Would that come from the district?
I think you should just, Chris can send it in on the,
On the letterhead?
on the letterhead onto the website.
I'll also go talk to the folks at 7-Eleven because I can get to their corporate, because I'm gonna ask them for a donation for a holiday event coming up.
That store is owned by 7-Eleven Inc.
And they'll send,
Oh, it is?
and they'll
Yeah,
send
it's-
breakfast tacos is what they'll send.
That's the owner of the property, is 7-Eleven. out in Texas.
Yesterday's breakfast,
Yeah, yesterday's breakfast tacos.
Mr. Guy.
Are we gonna have a vote on the Gateway High School issue?
We had a
Oh,
motion
I
and a
am
second.
sorry, we
Excuse me,
did
yeah.
have a motion in the second and I did not call the vote, thank you for reminding me. All in
Wait a
favor?
minute.
Oh.
The attorney has to ask, because it's not on our agenda.
Yeah, if any members of the audience wish to make any comment on that.
Either member of the audience?
They have nodded their,
The vast audience.
they have not nodded off, they've not even nodded yes.
I'm in total agreement
But
with
they are over.
that Gateway High School. I would hate to see it become some foreign name or something, so I'm totally in agreement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll call the vote now, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So you'll do a letter?
Send a letter.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. That's it.
Mr. Guy.
I have nothing further, thank you.
Mrs. Flaherty.
Yes, I do. I actually am very upset, hurt, and sad that in this agenda, there was supposed to be a workshop about the board policy, and the chair had said that it would be in this agenda, and it's not in this agenda. And I was just wondering when it's going to be, if it's, and,
Did we?
You're talking about
Yeah,
Robert's
we
Rule
were
or
supposed to have a
something?
workshop on that.
And that was,
Yeah.
I dropped the ball on that, and I mentioned we could bring it up at the second meeting of the month, next month. If that's okay, which is.
Did
our-
we have any other workshop scheduled for October?
Yeah,
We were gonna have the, technology.
Technology services, to start the first meeting, because it kinda ties into a server replacement we're working on right now.
Okay. So we'll have the technology, the Chromebook that Mr. Banks had requested on the third, and then this one.
We all got the 3 reminders, didn't we? That had the various documents in it?
Yep.
Okay, thought we had that.
So,
So we're gonna workshop on that at the second meeting in October,
Yes, I think that's the 16th.
the 16th.
definitely, I'm just,
17th, definitely.
definitely, okay,
I have it on the draft agenda.
thank you. I have a couple other things. What's the dirt at the dog park for?
The dog park.
Okay.
No, there was actually some extra fill dirt that we got free of charge, and, we have in the budget to, resod the dog park, the small one, this next year. We did the large one last year, and, it won't really help to resod it because it's just so wet back there, so we need to bring it up about 4 or 5 inches and
Kind of grade it a little bit.
grade it off and drain it toward the back and then to the middle, redo the drainage system, and then resod it, so, we got all that fill dirt actually free of charge, so save the money on the dirt.
I just was wondering, because when I drive down, I see this big pile. All right, and I have one more.
okay.
When I'm driving down the south part of Gateway, before I come to, Eagle Point Drive, there is a, part of the road is up. It's gonna crack because I believe it's because of the tree. And can we get that fixed? We call Lee County to fix that.
We can't even fix our potholes out here.
I know that, but that was,
Fixed now, they're almost all filled in.
did we pay that?
You think so? I don't think, that's my sense.
We did a lot of them.
Are you saying there's a hump in the road?
There is a big hump in the road.
At Eagle Point?
Just if you're coming towards this way, I believe that's south.
Okay.
Yeah, just before Eagle Point Road, there's a hump, cause I go over it and it's a
Should
hump.
On the
Go the other
southbound
way.
lane?
Yeah, all the ways over on the right side. I always drive on the right side.
That- didn't
Should
notice
go
it.
down State Road 82, it's been smooth, real flat.
Well,
And you think it's from a tree?
I believe it's from a tree root, but there's a big hump and it's not getting smaller, it's getting bigger.
I could get a clarification from district council that I think if our landscaping causes damage to the road, we not only take care of the landscaping issue, but also pay to repave the road.
Well, I'm just telling
I'll
you,
double check that agreement, but I think that we do have that obligation for any encroachment roots or vegetation.
And we're getting, Gateway is, let's see, how old is Gateway?
25?
25, about that 30. I mean, we're gonna start having more problems with, oak roots
Yeah.
coming in. I mean, we've already seen sidewalks, and then, you know, on residential side driveways. But we're gonna see, I mean,
We've had a tremendous number of.
this trademark canopy that we have,
It's
it's
expensive.
gonna cost
Yeah.
a
Yes,
lot to
it is.
maintain.
Yep.
And I think the decision is gonna have to be when, you know, lightning strike or damage happens to a tree, whether or not we choose to replace it with that same structure. And
Yeah,
I would never plant an oak tree in this area.
that's why mine's gone in front of my house.
You got approval?
I did.
Okay.
I got approval from the county.
When you look
mine
through
is
our,
one in front of my house.
our work orders and our receipts, and when we're looking through those things, one thing that's very expensive to do is replace those sidewalk panels, because to come in and do 1 or 2, or even like over in Pelican, a small
yeah.
section, it can be $800, $1,000 for, one segment. And one thing we did in budgeting, that small excavator, part of the equipment that comes with that is a concrete breaking tool, so that we can go in, pull that concrete out and redo one of those panels for about $400.
So, it's
So
huge.
it can be much more affordable, besides doing valve pads and other things, but that's what we look at, is where we're spending that money on the maintenance and what we need to reduce that cost.
I'm finished.
Okay,
Okay.
With that in mind, I'm going to adjourn this meeting at 4:53 PM.
Do we stay on schedule?
Yeah, almost.
So
We
you're gonna
missed by
give
8
me the other?
minutes.
Did you have anything you wanted to add, Mr. Davis?
Not when you're over by
Thank you,
8
Mr.
minutes.
Lewis.
See, yeah, people are gonna start talking if we keep having these 2-hour meetings.
You're welcome.
They're gonna wonder what we're,
Can say I don't.
we don't have enough stuff to do.
We finally have it down to a science.
You know what, I'm really serious when I tell you, we should go back and look at our average time over the last 6 months,
We'll do it
frame it and send it to the Serbo.